KEAN 105, your home for today's best country, and we're joined by a gentleman who is coming back next Friday night to the Lucky Mule Saloon. He is Wade Bowen. And Wade, how you doing this afternoon?
Doing wonderful. How about you?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for taking some time out of your very busy schedule to join us and talk a little bit about the, well, first of all, we've got a concert coming up next Friday night. You really blew the doors off the joint last time you were here in November, and we're looking for more of the same coming up next Friday, right?
Yeah, man, I sure hope so. We had an absolute blast there last time, so can't wait. Can't wait to get back to Abilene and see what happens.
Cool. We can't wait to see you here again as well. But yeah, you're carving time out of what's been a pretty doggone busy schedule here lately. Of course, you got your golf outing coming up. Let's start talking about that. Are there still like spots available for it and all that good stuff?
Yeah. Well, there's still a few spots left. The event itself is June 1st and 2nd. It's a Sunday, Monday. The concert is on Sunday, which is going to include over 15 artists.
Jeez.
A lot of my buddies and a lot of guys we're just bringing in to try to entertain a great crowd. We start music about 2:30 in the afternoon and go till 11 or so. And it's full bands and it's acoustic people. It's just it's everything, all kinds of music, and it's a lot of fun. And then the golf tournament itself is on Monday, June 2nd, and it's a 2-man scramble. Last year, this event for my foundation, the Bowen Family Foundation, raised over $230,000. So it's a really good event. I think it's a first-class event that's run very well, and I think people show up and have an absolute blast.
Yeah, man. Everybody, it's always a buzz, and it seems to be growing exponentially, not just outside of the, I guess, the Waco area. Just more people are talking about it, it seems, throughout Texas and throughout the Southwest as well. Are you getting more draw from other places in there for that?
I think we are. I mean, last year we had the biggest turnout we've had. I've been doing this, will be the 16th year, so last year was the biggest turnout we've had. We had close to 4,000 people in downtown Waco, which is huge for an event in general, but it's, especially for a Sunday afternoon. It's just turned into this really great deal. And I think it's just because they know it goes for a good cause, and they come out and see a really cool, unique concert that they don't normally get to see.
Yeah, and when you get Wade Bowen and his friends doing a show, you can't go wrong with that either. So even somebody who couldn't hit it into the ocean probably would still enjoy themselves going out there too.
Oh, that's the perfect golf tournament for them. It's not a serious golf tournament at all. It's all about having fun. And the concert itself ends with a jam session that we do for about 2 hours. It's not our show that we normally do. We learn a bunch of songs of everybody else's and just bring every friend and any friend we can drag up on stage with us to this jam and have fun. It's really an absolute blast.
Very, very cool. I love it. Where do we find out more information about it?
You can just go to WadeBowen.com and click on Bowen Classic, and it will take you to the info and how to buy tickets and get registered for the golf tournament and all that.
Cool. Enough about sports. Let's talk a little bit about music. I overheard that you were headed back into the studio and getting ready for a follow-up for The Given. Is there any truth to this rumor, sir?
Yes, for sure. I just actually started cutting 2 weeks ago, and I'm almost done with it. And so we'll have a new single here out in the next month or so, month and a half, and then try to get this thing out as early fall as we can. And I'm really excited. I'm not real sure what the actual name of it is yet, but all I know is that it's not a typical Wade Bowen record. I really going out on a limb here and trying to change things up and stir the pot a little bit and not just make another record, and trying to really capture some energy that we really need from our live shows and try to have fun with this record. And I think you can hear it.
That's really interesting that you mentioned that, not a typical Wade Bowen record, because it seems like every single one of them shows a different side to you, shows a lot of growth, and shows something interesting that you don't find on the previous albums. And so now maybe it is a typical Wade Bowen album, come to think of it. Because
if you put it that way, then yeah, it might be.
Yeah.
I feel like all of my records are so heavily lyrically driven and intense, and I think this one still has those great moments that I always love in the studio. But I think for the most part, you still hear hopefully a little bit more mature Wade Bowen, a guy who still can write songs, and I feel like this is the best songwriting I've ever done for an album. But at the same time, I think you hear a very happy, more energetic Wade Bowen in this project, which is something I think really needed for my career. So I'm excited. I can't wait to get it out.
I think I just got chill bumps because Wade Bowen said it was going to be some of his best songwriting ever, and I think that you're already one of the best songwriters ever, so I can only imagine where we're going to go with that.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Wade Bowen joining us here on the KEAN 105 Afternoon Show. The Country Music Awards 2013 put on by PolicyMike.com. I was surfing the internet because I don't really work when I'm at work, and I found that you are listed as one of the 5 artists changing everything you know about country music. A lot of it has to do with your cerebral songwriting, but you're on this list. Did you know about this, first of all?
No, I had no clue, and I just found out the last couple of days when they released that.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I was very honored that they thought of me, especially when you see the company that's listed there. Mm-hmm. It's just a huge honor that someone would think that. I think all I really know to say about that is that I love country music, and I always have, and I do think that country music needs to change. I think it needs a little bit of a different flavor, and I like the people on that list, the 5 people that they list. It's a huge honor to be a part of them because I respect all 4 of the other people as well. I mean, it's just people that really are doing their own thing and trying to just make great music for the right reasons, and it's a huge honor for sure.
Yeah, a couple of them to mention: Brad Paisley, Casey Musgraves in there as well, Miranda Lambert also, and all 3 of them have racked up a ton of hardware and all these award shows and stuff like that. And you've won your share of awards. I mean, we've seen you pull down some trophies. How much value do you put on, that kind of recognition? Is it just something nice to get, or is it, something that's a little more important to you?
Well, I don't know if I put value on them. I think it's more than that. I think it's just like, it's a huge honor to have, I don't think it's anything we depend on, and I think when you start putting value on those things, then you depend on them. And, awards are just icing on the cake for people like me. I mean, I go out and try to make the best records that I can make. I try to be honest with everything I sing and write, and same with my shows. I just, I don't always have the best shows. I just try to be honest, and whatever I'm going through at that time, I think people can feel it in the songwriting, and they can feel it in the shows. And I just think as long as I continue to do that, and, for somehow you throw some awards in there on top of everything, and, I don't quit or give up, then I think we're surviving and doing well and being what I call a successful career. Because I look at everything as based off doing this for 50 years or more. And awards are nice, but to me, all they do is just add years to what we can do to this. How long I can continue to do what I love.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and without compromise, it seems like, and we talked earlier about, how different each of your albums have been, how they've been kind of, they've been an extension of, I guess, what you've learned and how you've improved as a singer, a songwriter, and a musician. And you're well on your way to that 50 years, by the way. That's a nice goal to have. Where was I going with this? I have no idea. I'll make something up, though.
I do that all the time.
Yeah. You mentioned that you'd love to do it for 50 years, but do you have something out there? I mean, do you have it thought out to a direction that you want to go here? Over the next few years or anything like that? Or is the music just kind of taking you where it takes you?
The music's part of the journey. And I don't know. I have goals, I guess, that I want to achieve, but I don't really think about the goals as much as I think about the music. Mm-hmm. I think the music carries it all, and we get in the studio and make records, and you start to realize that, man, this is part of defining my career. So I need to do this, or I need to do that, or, whatever it takes to actually help define the next step of my career. And I think as long as I continue to do that and go out and play the shows and play music and have a smile on my face of people seeing, that I really do love what I do, then I think, that's kind of just part of the journey.
Oh, right on. Now, you're working on your second album since, signing, I guess, what would they call, air quotes, major record label deal. Have you felt the freedom that you've always had as an independent artist? I mean, is there any, outside sources that are like bugging you to maybe try something different or anything like that? Or is this all still just you and your own creative input and the people that you surround with yourself with?
Well, I'm not associated with Sony anymore. We parted ways, so
yeah.
I'm doing this all on my own. Being with a label was one thing, and now that we're not, it's another. I'll just leave it at that. And there is a sense of freedom that comes with it that I think you can hear in the song that I've been writing for this record. It just, there's no rules, no boundaries. You just go out and do your thing and feel just, whatever feels the best, do that. And that's a comforting feeling. And I feel like that's when I'm at my best, when we can just relax and have fun with them. And I don't know, we'll see. I think we got something cool in this project, and we'll just see how, I can think it's cool as I want, but if nobody else thinks it's cool, it doesn't really prove a point.
Yeah, there you go. If you think it's cool and you're the only one to hear it, then
yeah.
Honestly,
so who knows?
I guarantee you're not going to have that problem. But man, and looking forward to it very much. I'm not going to try and hurry you or anything like that. I guess it just it'll get done when it gets done, right? The new album.
Yeah, it'll be out early fall, and we'll have a new single here in the next month and a half out to radio. So we'll definitely give you a taste of what the record's going to be about.
Okay, so we're going to get a taste of that maybe next Friday night when you're up on the Lucky Mule stage as well?
Maybe, yeah. We've been playing a little bit of it.
Okay, cool. So we got something extra special to look forward to. Wade Bowen coming back next Friday night to the Lucky Mule Saloon. You can get all the ticket information online at KEANradio.com, and of course keep on listening to get on the VIP guest list as well. But Wade, I really appreciate you taking some time and talking with us on the afternoon show. Can't wait to get you out here, and man, good luck with everything that's going on too. We'll see you real soon.
Thank you so much. Thanks for the chat as always.